Hello and welcome back to another Intentional Marketer University episode. Today is going to be a longer one, so make sure that you are maybe on a run. I know I like to listen to podcasts when I'm running. I always look for the longest ones I can find so that I get lost in the story and I don't have to focus so much on the task at hand. So maybe this is for you when you're driving. Maybe this is for you when you're riding the stationary bike or whatever you're doing that you want it to be have some information going on in the background. Anyways, welcome back to another Intentional Marketer University episode. You can always find the full blog post, all of the graphics, and all of the clickable links over at goimu.com. We'd love to see you over there. We'd also love for you to join our Facebook for Business group where we open our office hours each and every single day, where Ann DeVito and myself are there to support our group members with every single business question, business problem that you could ever possibly have in your business. Trust us, we've already had it. So come and join us by searching IMU Biz Nation over in Facebook. So let me jump right into our episode for today. We want to talk to you about Instagram for business, everything you need to know about the social engagement powerhouse. So are you trying to use Instagram to market your business? Chances are the answer is yes. Instagram is an online mobile app meant for sharing photos, videos, and social network status updates. It enables users to take pictures or videos and share them publicly or privately using the app. You can also post to Instagram using other social network platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Flickr. According to Instagram's facts page, Instagram is a fun and quirky way to share your life with your friends through a series of pictures. You can snap a photo with your mobile phone, then choose a filter to transform the image into a memory to keep around forever. Instagram is in fact a powerhouse. It boasts 400 million monthly active users, and over 40 billion with a B photos have been shared to date. For businesses, this translates into the fact that Instagram is becoming more and more important to their business strategy. This goes for both worldwide businesses and the little businesses like you and me. Instagram is now a hub where regular people find and judge the visual identity of a business. Instagram is one of the best tools for people and large businesses alike to build their brand through pictures. This is a huge opportunity for you and your business as Instagram engagement knocks it out of the park. According to Forrester, they have cited that Instagram posts generate a per follower engagement rate of 4.21%, which means 58 times more than Facebook. And get this, 120 times more engagement per follower, per person than Twitter. It's safe to say that if you are in business, Instagram should be a part of your overall marketing strategy. It sure is here at Intentional Marketer University. That's why we want to invite you to join our webinar June 1st, 2016 to learn the strategies you need to know to use Instagram for your business. I have included a link to register for our webinar in the description of this episode. So go ahead, click that, get registered for that webinar on June 1st. Our seats fill up really quickly, so make sure you get in early. Let me talk about the science of Instagram. At IMU, we continue to stress that social media channels are not meant to be like eBay or Amazon. Users simply do not want to see bland pictures of your products in their feed. Now, large businesses do post product pictures, and they actually see a huge engagement on their product pictures, but they also treat their pictures like a magazine. Right? Like a magazine image. So that is exactly how you need to treat your product pictures if you want to see large engagement. A good post is just not as easy as snapping a picture and posting it with a cool filter. If you are posting for your business, there is more to it than that. You want your posts to make an impact. This means that your posts need to be well thought out, carefully crafted, or curated and shared with a special idea or purpose in mind. Let me give you some ideas for crafting your Instagram image posts to best reflect your brand. Number 1, choose brighter images. Good lighting is extremely important. These types of images will garnish more likes and more images to your, these images will garnish more likes, and your images will be more professional and eye-pleasing, like a magazine. Take creative shots when you are posting your products. This can be done by framing your product in a certain way, using a unique angle, or including other items with your product in the picture. When you find an angle that is gathering the most likes or comments, don't overthink it. Stay consistent with that angle so you are consistent with your messaging and branding within Instagram. Number 3, use cools versus warms filters. Blues, grays, and whites get more likes and followers than reds, oranges, and yellows. Number 4, use a filter. While the hashtag #NoFilter may be a novelty and excite some of your followers, filters can be used to give your images an artistic twist. Using them can portray your products or products in use in a new or refreshing light. And number 5, experiment with color versus black and white. Use a variety of lighting techniques in your posts, provided that it accurately reflects your brand. For example, using black and white can give your images an undeniable professional look. In addition to your images, your captions do matter. When you began your journey of using Instagram for business, you may have wondered, how can I portray my brand with a social network site devoted only to images? The caption is where your brand can tell its story. Instead of describing your product under the image, tell a story about how that product can make someone feel. Depending on what your product is, it is important that your descriptions speak to the audience that you serve. For example, if you're selling health and wellness products, an appropriate description under a particular supplement would be the feeling of placing in a national marathon. One Instagram account that does this really well is National Geographic. Go and check their posts out for inspiration. Each one of their photos, whether it's native or user-generated, tells some sort of story in the caption. This allows you to expand on the meaning of the image, put it into context, and also engage with your followers by asking for questions or comments, and of course, likes. Hashtags. Hashtags began on the social media platform Twitter, but they quickly spread to other platforms. Instagram, in particular, took the hashtag strategy to the next level. The Instagram strategy is much more targeted and important because brands have realized that proper hashtagging can make or break their Instagram account. The first reason that hashtags are so important is they make your images and videos searchable. People on Instagram can search content based on a hashtag, which means they help to organize images across Instagram. This helps people discover you and your brand's content. I often will get lost in a single hashtag page. If you go to, say, girls, hashtag women who lift, right? What it's talking about is women who lift weights. That interests me. Building muscle, especially as I get older, I want to build more muscle. So when I go and I look at that hashtag on Instagram, I can get lost in the hundreds of thousands of beautiful women posting their strategies for building muscle. When you find a correct hashtag for your brand, use it often so that you will become a reliable image. You will become a reliable post in using that hashtag. Now, there are many schools of thought on how many hashtags to use with each Instagram post. While you are able to use up to 30 hashtags, some schools of thought indicate 3 to 5 hashtags are suffice. However, other analytics have indicated that the optimal number of hashtags is 11 hashtags per post. Our advice here is to use your judgment based on your audience inside of Instagram. If you see posts from your followers that are hashtag heavy, it would indicate that they are comfortable with a high number of hashtags. If you are in a niche or have a following where less than 5 hashtags are used, stick with that number. Any more hashtags added may be considered spammy and desperate. There are 2 mistakes businesses make when it comes to hashtags: too many or too little hashtags as indicated above, and irrelevant hashtags. For example, if you have a blog where you are showcasing healthy recipes, you would want to use food and nutrition related hashtags. If you hashtag me or hashtag love, it is obvious that you are going for non-strategic attention to your post. Other ways to be unique on Instagram and win at the hashtag game is to create your own hashtag for your brand and use other popular hashtags sparingly. For example, we use hashtag GoIamYou, and we post that with all of our with all of our picture posts so that we can drive eyeballs back to our university. You can create your own hashtag for your name, for your product, for anything that you want to. Another powerful way to use the hashtag is to have none other than your very own users create your content. Your brand can create a hashtag related to your brand and only your brand, and ask your users to post content using this hashtag. An extremely successful and unique user-generated content campaign that garnished over 15,000 submissions was done by fashion designer Marc Jacobs. The fashion designer announced that their next campaign would feature model submissions through Instagram or Twitter. All the user had to do was post their image and hashtag it, "Cast me, Mark." Not only did this campaign master user-generated content, but it also used another social media staple, the selfie. Followers were already doing this, so they might as well tag it and create content for the fashion giant. Another well-planned Instagram hashtag user-generated campaign was done by the popular American eatery, Applebee's. In their description, they did a great job at giving their followers an actionable hashtag. Not only does this strategy work well at getting their followers to interact with their Applebee's experience, share it on Instagram, but it also works well across all social media sites such as Facebook and Pinterest. Giving your followers an action to take is the perfect way to get your audience to engage with your brand. Now, let me give you a tip right now. You say you have a small home business, and it is nowhere near the scale of a nationwide restaurant chain. Okay, no problem. Create a catchy hashtag that is all your own. It doesn't matter how ridiculous it is. We say the more the better. Place this hashtag on every social media post you create. Soon, you will be surprised at the recognition you get. Like Google, Instagram is a place where users are searching out content, just like my example with where I go and I look at the hashtag women who lift. I'm searching for ideas on how I can improve my workout routine. Using hashtags helps to put your brand in front of those people who are searching for keywords, also known as hashtags, that are related to your brand and your niche. Now remember, this blog post and this episode covers a lot, but we want you to join us on June the 1st for our webinar. Go ahead and get registered. Other marketing tips on Instagram to make people love your brand. Be your own best Instagram fan. No one is going to be your spokesperson for your home business except yourself. By now, you should have your own personally branded website and blog. On your personal site, you need to promote your Instagram account as much as humanly possible. Your Instagram feed needs to be prominent on the homepage of your blog with plenty of social media sharing buttons on every page. Send reminders for people to visit your Instagram page from your Facebook page. Create a YouTube video talking all about your amazing and wonderful contests that you run on Instagram. Do you have an email signature? Of course you do. We all do. Make sure there's a link to your Instagram account. You're getting the point here, right? The point is that you must be actively promoting the site, or you will fail to see a large increase in your followers. Literally, the opportunities are endless. Don't be shy to be inspired. We will never forget the first time we heard the term curator of content. Exactly like a curator at a museum, you may take the opportunity to realize great works when you see them. In the world of art, there are whole schools of thinking that have resulted in large art movements. Creating your content should be no different. In a global internet world, we get the opportunity to see what other people are doing and take inspiration from them. You are encouraged to keep an eye out for what is working for other people and make it uniquely your own. Your fans admire and like you because you are, well, you. So take the opportunity to be inspired by what is trending in the world and using it to wow your audience, with it branded to yourself. Connect your Instagram account to other profiles available. Within your settings on Instagram, you can connect your Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr profiles, just to name a few. You can set it once and then leave it. It will continue to keep posting to other profile feeds. Even if you are not paying attention to those profiles at the moment, if you have them out there, you do not want to run the risk of having a stale news feed if someone finds you during a search. Posting regularly will keep your profiles fresh and legitimate. So say you post to Instagram multiple times a day, but you have a Twitter feed, right? You have a Twitter handle and you don't post to that multiple times a day. By using the settings and linking your Instagram account to your Twitter account, you actually will be posting multiple times a day on Twitter by simply posting multiple times a day on Instagram. They're linked. This means when someone who is a big Twitter fan is researching on Twitter and they find you, they don't just see an empty newsfeed, they actually see all of your Instagram posts. Be you. You should never portray yourself as someone else if you are on social media for business or a brand. People buy from people on social, not companies. Show that you are a real person who has a real life and is someone other than just the face of a company. Post a picture of your disaster of a kitchen table after a raucous family meal, or a seasonal picture like a pumpkin you just carved. Get creative. People like to see the behind the scenes of the inner workings of any company. Engage. Be sure to respond to direct messages, comments, and likes if you want to. People have taken the time to interact with you, so you must take the time to reply. Repost other photos and make comments shouting out to your followers. You will get endless love. The new Instagram, how to keep your posts seen in the feed. At the end of March 2016, there was a lot of buzz that Instagram had launched its first algorithm change. While there was no official launch date, we do know that they are making this change in order to calculate which photos users actually want to see in their feed versus the traditional chronological order. Depending on the specifics of the change, this means that the pictures you like and similar pictures will then appear higher in the feeds. Now, you may remember when this happened, many Instagram users were sounding off with the mantra, #TurnMeOn, all over their images. What this meant is that the users were telling the audience that in order to see their posts, they would need to click the 3 little dots in their profile and choose Turn On Notifications. Here at Intentional Marketer University, this algorithm change just wasn't a big deal for us. And here's why. We would rather see all of our users' posts, even if it is not in chronological order, than to miss them completely. Right now, your business posts could be hidden layers deep in the audience's feed, with a high chance of members never scrolling that far down to see them. But with Instagram's new algorithm, you get the promise that if a person has liked your photos, they will now be sure to see them. And that is why we encourage you to have a strong Instagram game. Make sure people are seeing your posts. Without a solidified rollout date, the algorithm change may or may not have started to affect you. But here are 3 simple moves you can do today in preparation for the big shift. If you are a small home business owner worried that you will no longer be seen, these simple and easy ways to connect with your followers will help starting today. Option 1, you can ask your followers to #TurnMeOn. If you want your followers to get a notification every time you post a new picture, simply ask your followers to #TurnMeOn. Next, give them the simple instructions for how to do this. Ask your followers to turn on your notifications. Go to the 3 small dots in the upper right-hand corner and click. Look for Turn on Post Notifications and click. It's as simple as that. Now, some of your followers will be sure to follow your instructions and go with the flow. But what do you do about your followers who either do not want to be bombarded with notifications, or they're the type of person who do not care whether they see your posts or not, even if they're a follower of yours? Let's keep going for a more subtle way to continue getting your posts seen. Option number 2, work with the new changes instead of fighting against them. At Intentional Marketer University, we often repeat the main objective for running your business marketing on Instagram. Post quality images that your followers want to see. If you are still posting before and after pictures, out of focus, poor quality, or overly salesy images, take note, because the new algorithm change is going to be the final nail in the bad marketer's coffin. Make your Instagram feed feel like a professional magazine. There it is again. The surefire way to get your posts seen and interacted with is to persuade your followers that you are high quality and bring value to their life through your posts. This also convinces the algorithm that you are relevant to your followers and worthy of showing up in their feed. If you share posts that receive likes and comments, you will continue to stay relevant to both your followers and the Instagram algorithm. The number 1 piece of advice we give at IMU is to make your Instagram feed look like your favorite magazine. Starting today, choose great images, in focus, good lighting, and interesting topics. Be an attention grabber. Follow up with helpful tips or advice in your descriptions. Putting these steps into place will solidify your position as the expert your followers want to keep seeing. And option number 3, do unto other Instagrammers as you want done unto you. We already know that Google and Facebook are primarily concerned with showing trending topics first. What do trending topics mean for you and your Instagram relevancy? If you share topics of interest with your audience, the more likely they are to engage with you. Furthermore, when you take the time to comment, follow, and share your followers' posts, they are inclined to do the same for you. Pay attention to what posts are generating a lot of attention in your feed. Keep a sharp eye out for posts that are getting a lot of attention on your competition's pages and your followers' pages. Hashtags are the most common method of finding out what people are trending. You can use a website tool like hashtagify.me to find all of the trending hashtags on Instagram. If you want to see how to spell that, go over to goimu.com, search for this blog post, and you will find hashtagify.me. As you notice, hot topics emerging, this is your best option for a similar post. The new Instagram algorithm is only concerned with showing your followers posts of interest. This option may seem like an obvious solution, but it should not be overlooked. The bottom line is that you see what your followers and followers of your competition like, and then post more of them. In conclusion, if you're serious about your business and having a solid presence on social media, then you should not be ignoring Instagram. The level of engagement, the number of users and number of photos being shared per month is simply too powerful to ignore. Rather than worrying about the changes being made to Instagram, you should embrace them and allow it to make you a better steward of your profile on Instagram. This means post things people actually want to see. Engage with your following in a sincere and human way. This will only take you farther than your competition. The spam and blatant selling will fall away, and what's left will be you and your business ready to create relationships. So I want to know in the comments how you feel about Instagram. Did I miss a topic that has helped you increase popularity on the channel? Make sure you let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to join us June 1st, Ann DeVito and myself, Meredith Dale, for our Instagram for Business webinar and unlock the keys to turning your Instagram account into a profit center. Go ahead, click the description right below, and you will be able to get registered immediately. We hope you're having a great day. Thank you for another IMU episode, and I will talk to you again in the future.